So you were asking me about brands and engagement and how to create content that doesn't annoy consumers. Well, I think the whole ethos of branded entertainment really is the future, right? The contents, or rather the brands have to become content companies. The brands have to get comfortable with funding artists to create cool content that is brought to you by the brand, that incorporates the ethos and the values of the brand without necessarily being like a straight up like commercial. I mean, granted, some commercials are cool, but like if you're just like saying, oh, look how cool my TV is, I just don't know if that's as compelling as like telling a beautiful, amazing story. You know, the TED conference has a great initiative called Ads Worth Spreading. Ads Worth Spreading is saying, look, if you're going to make a commercial, you're going to make an ad, if you're going to put it in front of somebody's face, people can avoid the ad. You know, they can TiVo it, they can skip it, they can put, you know, they can leave the screen really fast. So if you have the opportunity to make something beautiful, to tell an inspiring story, and still create a positive association between your brand and that piece of content, then I think that's a smarter way to go.
And with like, yesterday you talked about exponentiality.
Yes.
And content is exponential because we're
Yes.
getting more and more of it. How do you do it to survive? How does good content basically is going to float?
Man, well, I think, you know, I love to use the term dealing in the currency of inspiration. There's an interesting website called Upworthy, and the whole way that it works is that if you think a piece of content is inspiring and upworthy, you vote it to be shared with other people. I think people become nodes in the sense that they don't just receive like they used to, but they want to pay it forward. So it's not that they watch the ad and want to buy the product. They watch the ad, and if they like the ad, maybe they'll want to buy the product, but they also want to share the ad. And that's an interesting, you know, market value right there. That's interesting. That's like, oh, that's interesting. And so, if in a crowded media environment, I think it's pivotal to try to be as a piece of content that people will watch and resonate. And if they resonate, they will pay it forward. I mean, the fact that I, with zero social media influence, was able to generate over 2 million Vimeo channel views for my artistic videos shows that there's a hunger for inspiration. And that's just kind of my own case study. So.
Would you know some brands you think are doing a better job than others?
I know that there was a cool documentary series produced by Intel on the web that I thought was cool. It was all about the future. And it interviewed all these interesting futurists about the future. It was brought to you by Intel. They also sponsor Motherboard, which belongs to Vice, and I think that's sponsored by Intel, and I think that's kind of awesome too. They sponsor the Creators Project, which is this gathering of tastemakers and artists. So I think Intel has done some great stuff. IBM with their Smart Planet campaign I really like. I'd love to do some stuff with them. Red Bull, obviously, pretty much everything they do is sensational. They know how to get people excited with their content.
Your personal content list, how do you build that? Because it must be an impressive one.
My personal content list?
Yeah, where do you get all your content from?
Oh, I read a lot and I think a lot. I'm a very curious octopus. I have my tentacles in many different places and I recombine ideas, remix ideas. And so, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you, man.
Thank you.